What's up, guys? Today we're looking at the way huge swollen Pickle MK2S. The very first version of this one did not have the scoop or the crunch on it. Then they came out with another version that had all the same knobs, but it was in a bigger enclosure. And over here, in the same color as Swollen Pickle is written in, and way huge, it has MK2. This one here, you can see it has Jumbo Fuzz MK2S, indicating small, which is the small enclosure. Alright, on the older ones, people are saying that the clip and the voice counterclockwise is factory settings. Right here you can see clip and voice is contrary to what they're saying and is fully clockwise. That's how it comes from the factory. And we're talking about these trim pots internally. You can see them right there on the lower right and over there on the lower left. What's important about this is when it comes this way from the factory, right here on the voice, it's very mid-range, like a loud mid-range. And if you set it here at noon, it becomes very dark. Over here is, to my ear, a very pleasing setting. And it does, this one here does affect your scoop. The clip now, I wasn't hearing anything at first. And what I found is you have to turn the sustain all the way up, and I left the crunch at noon. This way is darker, so all the way to the right is darker. All the way to the left is a brighter sound. It's subtle, and you have to have the sustain all the way up in order to hear it. That does work in conjunction also with this trim pot for crunch. Alright, so there's another thing here with this pedal in particular. Even though it says and looks exactly like this, I believe this is an older pedal because it has the screen printed logo here. On the new one, which I'm assuming is newer, they did away with this screen printing logo and writing here and everything else. And it is, you could see here, negative center. And that's the difference I found between the MK2S's. I mean, maybe there's some other component differences. Everything, I do have another one of these. So that's basically, the only differences I found with these MK2S's. Everything else seems to match up pretty much the same, other than the screen printing on the back. I don't really see any difference in the circuit. Alright, so I pulled my other Swollen Pickle off my other board and figured I'd show you the differences. Basically, the front's same thing, the back, no logo. And I don't know if somebody went ahead and took that sticker off, but you can see there's no sticker. So other than that, everything's in, the same. I'm not gonna pull this one apart. Alright, so I'm gonna just show you what the trim pots sound like through this Fender Champion 20. It doesn't have an FX loop, so I'm hitting it from the front. It is a solid state amp, and it takes pedals, you know, very well. And you'll get to hear what the trim pots actually do. All right, so this clip trim pot here is set all the way to the left, and I'm just gonna sweep it to the right. Hopefully that picked it up. You can hear all the way to the left is a little brighter, all the way to the right is a little darker. And let's set the voice. Well, let's hear this one first. Alright. Let's set this to noon. You probably heard the hiss go away. That one's pretty dramatic. And all the way to the right. Definitely louder, more mid-range honky type sound. More scooped. And less mid-range, more high-end. It's subtle, but it's there, and you can hear it at a louder volume.